Right, yeah, so what I'm going to talk about now is how to go about doing your evaluation. So over the last few weeks, this is when we're doing the evaluation by the way, over the last few weeks you will have done a range of performance improvement strategies. So improving your technique, ways to do that, and then you would have done some massed and distributed practice, or you would have done some practice focusing on tactics and strategies. Throughout the time doing those different things, you will have kept reflections or logs or video diaries or however you did it, reflecting on how effective that practice was in terms of benefiting your performance. What we need to do now is we need to do an overall evaluation of all of your practice, and we need to evaluate how effective your strategies were. Okay, so hopefully you've got a collection of reflections that you can use to do your evaluation. All right. Basically, your evaluation is analysing your reflections and using them to shape your evaluations and decide how effective your strategies were. Okay, so I've just done another bit of paper because I love these bits of paper. All right, so when you do your evaluation, what you need to do is you need to give reasons as to how and why your strategies changed your performance. So when you're thinking about your technique, you need to think about how it improved your performance and why. So why did various elements of your technique improve your performance? Did it make your performance more accurate? Did it make you stronger? You know, things like that. You need to give both positive and negative aspects. So for tactics and strategies and massed and distributed, I think there's positives and negatives for both. So you need to think what was good and what wasn't so good in terms of your overall performance. Give specific examples. Now, whenever you give examples, it's really good if you give dates. So that's why you want to be using your reflections. So you might be like, right, on the 21st of, no, I'm just going to make this up. On the 21st of October, we did mass practice when I was doing shots at goal. We're talking about football. It wasn't very effective because I didn't get a lot of rest and I started getting tired. You know, little things like that. So there might be some positive and negative aspects to your practice. It's not always positive. And those are the specific examples. And then your evaluation part is where, if you could do it again, what would you change? So let's suppose you've got another 10 lessons, like we have in the last 10 lessons, and you're able to change something about the program that you did. What would you change and why, and what impact would it have? Okay, so the overall evaluation, basically you get your reflections together, you have a think about the practice that you did, and you have a think about the positives and negatives of it and what you would do again. Okay, so it's really important that your reflections are accurate and that your reflections are done really well so that it's a lot easier to do your evaluation where you're deciding whether it was good, bad, what would you do again, and the impact that that would have. Okay, so hopefully you've got a fair idea of how the assessment side of things work, because things are going well on the practical and participation side, but we need to sharpen up on the assessment side so that we can do well in this last achievement standard.